2023, June 29, Thursday. Flip side of minimum wage. 69,000 jobs to be lost at 10,001 hourly wage. Self-employed people rate at 8-year high. The purpose of minimum wage is to protect vulnerable workers by preventing employers from exploiting employees. But the current minimum wage, a result of excessive hikes under the government of President Moon Jae-in, has left serious scars on both employers and workers. A lot of financially distressed small business owners were driven into firing employees or closing down their stores as they could not afford minimum wage any longer. Minimum wage put vulnerable workers in danger of job loss rather than protecting them. In particular, unskilled young workers took a big hit. According to a study on the effects of minimum wage on jobs, commissioned by the Federation of Korean Industries and released on Monday, if the hourly minimum wage is raised 3.95% to 10,000 won, $7.60 from the current 9,621, maximum 69,000 jobs will vanish. This amounts to nearly 22% of the average number of jobs created annually over the past 5 years, 313,000 jobs. If minimum wage is raised to 12,210 won, as the labor sector now demands for next year, up to 470,000 jobs will be lost, according to the study. If one makes minimum wage of 12,210 won an hour for 209 hours a month, which is the maximum allowable by law, he or she will earn 2,551,891 per annum. If both husband and wife work for minimum wage, they will earn more than 5 million won a month altogether. The couple would be in the middle class. It is questionable if such level can be viewed as minimum wage. Self-employed business owners are in a critical situation. Their revenues fell amid the coronavirus pandemic and economic slump, while the wage level kept rising. According to the Bank of Korea, the default, more than 1 month overdue, rate of financial institution loans to the self-employed jumped to an 8-year high of 1% as of the end of the first quarter. The rate for those in low and middle-income brackets approached 2%. Small businesses' debt balance amounted to 1,034 trillion won. Multiple debts owed by each of the self-employed in low-income brackets totaled 104 trillion won, and 10% of them were in arrears. Their snowballing debt and rising default are raising concerns that economic chaos like massive credit card defaults of 2 decades ago may recur. The number of self-service shops jumped 55% year-over-year to 3,310 last year. The number of own account workers who did not engage an employee to work for them was 4.26 million late last year, which was the largest in 14 years after the global financial crisis in 2008. These are warning signs that minimum wage, which surged 48% for 5 years from 6,471 in 2017 to 9,621 in 2023, exceeded the self-employed's ability to pay. Considering the dire situation of struggling business owners, labor demand for a 26.9% hike is hard to accept. A realistic minimum wage is possible when employers' ability to pay is fully considered. Value added per employee in the hospitality industry was 90% of that of manufacturing industry last year. It is not fair to push the same minimum wage on both small restaurants and large manufacturers. The Minimum Wage Commission last week rejected an agenda item that called for differentiation of minimum wage for 3 financially distressed industries. Micro businesses such as hair salons and restaurants argued that minimum wage should be differentiated, but the Commission turned a deaf ear. Now that differentiation by industry miscarried, the Commission should be more careful in setting the increased rate of minimum wage. It would be reasonable to use vulnerable industries as reference point in determining the level of minimum wage. The legal deadline for setting next year's minimum wage is Thursday, but the Commission is likely to miss it as in other years. considering the wide gap between labor and management. If minimum wage rises excessively again, precariously existing marginal jobs will be gone. The labor sector needs to think about who minimum wage is for.